Okay, this is for all the sisters out there mostly. It's in defense of the burqa. So I moved into this Breslov neighborhood about, I don't know, 8 months ago. And a lot of the women wear burqas, you know. There's even a few that cover the face with the veil. I'd say only 2%. And then maybe 10% wear burqas, you know, with like just a shawl, the face not covered. So when I first got there, I thought, you know, all right, this is all a little much even for me. You know, I love Breslov, I love the Haredi thing, but, you know, sometimes I feel like something's over the top. So I kept my judgment to myself. It was just sort of in the back of my mind, you know, being like, isn't everyone being a little too extreme? So meanwhile, I hadn't seen my parents in a long time. And as some of you know, I went to Prague for a little quick vacation to meet them. And Prague was like an unparalleled fashion show. You know, like just every woman was attractive and wearing the European finery. It's really kind of like a party town, like a vacation town. And the whole thing, you know, I'm with my parents. I had to go to all these, you know, tourist destinations. One of which was the Maharal, which was, I'm telling you, I could just see the Maharal's grave like lighting up the city when I went there. Like see it with my own eyes, and I thought to myself, doesn't everyone see this? Can't they see this? No, the answer is they can't. You know, unless we do a lot of work to purify ourselves, most of us are dulled over. And compared to some people, I'm very dull, but compared to a lot of people, I'm very open and can see. And I think people just don't see it. You know, to me, it was just like revealed light, like spilling out of that kever, out of that cemetery, and filling the city, like, so obviously. So anyhow, now, yeah, so I had a hard time guarding my eyes. In Breslov, we try not to look at women on the street. So I had a hard time guarding my eyes with the whole fashion show. And then when I got back to my neighborhood, I noticed, wow, these burqas, like what an incredibly modest thing. So to break down the science of it, if you haven't thought it through, the burqa, it's not close fitting. You know, the whole thing in fashion is you have fashion that reveal the natural, beautiful curves of the woman's body, you know? And so the burqa is like the counteractive antidote. There's no curves. It's like I call it Casper the Friendly Ghost. You know, like these women just like drift by and you don't notice them because they're like, it's like a ghost, like Casper. It's just a blob, a very holy blob drifting past. Excuse my terminology. And suddenly I really like got it. You know, I thought, wow, this is like the whole opposite. And if we go into the roots of the whole tznius thing, it's so deep, right? Like what's it all about? It's all about that, like, the temporary nature on earth, nothing can obfuscate it, can cover it over more than the whole sex game, like chasing after sex, chasing after better love, sex. You see, it's a whole, you know, who's usually the most unconscious people in society? It's the young people that are like, just, I'm gonna live forever, I'm gonna catch the next wave. And the burqa thing, it's like the exact opposite. I was a Buddhist before I was religious, Jewish, and they were all into it too. So I kind of got it there. And then when I became religious, a lot of people were like, no, it's all, you know, it's all about enjoying sex and married life and all that. I felt a little uncomfortable, like, well, wait a second, you know, what about the whole bigger picture, like life's temporary on earth, and keeping keeping death in mind, you know? Sex and death are kind of like opposite things. And